Okay, so classroom expectations, make sure you keep your phone in your pocket or in your bag. Never scrolling at any time, make sure you keep it in your phone. If it's not, then it's going to be, I'm gonna have to take your phone, or have security come and take your phone. If you're tired, you can go to the mindfulness table, or I can send you down to the mindfulness room. And make sure you keep your earbuds at a low volume so no one else can hear it. So reading response today, find a sentence that uses at least 2 strong words, copy the sentence changing the describing words to a cheerful tone, and highlight changes and explain how that change affects the tone of the sentence. So you're going to be changing, so looking at your book, and you're going to be going through and changing 2 of the words to change the tone. So the original sentence, Beverly glared at Jordan as she slammed the door behind her. New sentence, Beverly gazed at Jordan as she gently closed the door behind her. The words in the sentences above changed the tone from upset to loving because the words went from negative to positive. So look and find a way if you can change it from negative to positive, or positive to negative. For sure. You can just write on there that you're from the media. Yeah, professional camera person. You got like 3 more minutes. Thanks for getting started, Daryl. Thanks for getting started, Marco.
This is for the
Great job. Yep, great job, Nate. Great job, Janet. Great job, Giselle. Awesome. Thanks for being a great camera person, DA. Appreciate it. Thanks for getting so much to Brill. Great job, Nadia. See if there's a plug-in.
It's like right there.
Oh, is it? Over this one?
It's 14 weeks. It was barely a week.
This one outlet's full.
Water. That white one right there.
Oh, that white one. Here, just hand it to me.
Bro, what are you doing?
Okay, there you go. Go back to previous class, first period. Who did you forget? What class did you forget it in? Okay. So let me write you a note real fast. You got like 2 more minutes.
It's a don't let shit slide no matter how long it takes. Michael Myers. Yeah, that's right, but he a great.
I always say like you don't need to follow this man.
He was grudges against that time for the longest.
That'll be back pretty quick, man.
And man.
Got like another minute and 30 seconds. Awesome. Oh, sorry. I get started, man. Don't want you to hurt yourself.
You got 18 classes, right?
Great job, Nadia. Awesome. We get started.
It's like fully died.
It's full. You want me to get you a new Chromebook? Yeah, I'll get you a new Chromebook. It's probably gonna take too long. Get started playing. I just use this Chromebook for this class until that charges.
Hey, man. I woke up this morning, my phone was 0. I got to clean it up last night.
If anyone needs to take a photo of the reading response, you can go ahead and take a photo of the reading response. If you don't think you're going to get finished with it. Yep. Okay, I'm moving on to the next slide. Okay. So this is your advocacy website. It's going to be we've already started on it last week. Yep, it's going to be the final project. It's about your societal issue. Did you pick human trafficking? Some people chose vaping. Some people chose littering. It's about like later school start times. It can be about any issue, like global issue. Make sure the different things you're going to have is the CRE paragraph, your informative paragraph, your credible sources, and your journals. So make sure that those are all present in your Google Sites. We're going to have a lot of work time on it today. So because it is a final project, it is mastery. When you're writing, make sure you're thinking about intentionality. Make sure you're thinking about tone. Keep those things in mind when you're going through and working on your Google Sites. Okay, so tone and connotation. So tone, the attitude the writer displays towards their topic. It's like the overall majority feeling. Is it positive or negative? If your friend sends you like a text message, if you send this like heartfelt text message to them and they just put, okay, does that feel really good? No, and it probably feels more than just negative. It feels like cold. You feel horrible. Or maybe if you write and you're telling someone how like you've had like a really bad week and maybe like your pet died, you'd be writing, you'd be distressed. It's negative. This just horrible feeling about it. So it's like the overall tone of the passage. And then connotation, it's the positive or negative feeling a word or phrase means. So look at Nayland's jacket. It's blue. It's the color blue. But if Nayland said, I'm feeling blue today, how would Nayland be feeling?
Sad.
He'd be feeling sad. So it's the word. We know that blue has multiple meanings. It's a color. But if someone says they feel sad, blue, then we know that they feel sad. So it's, not every single word has a connotation, but most do have like some feeling associated with it. Maybe if you felt like if you described yourself as like flaky, I don't think of you as like a delicious French pastry. I think that you're maybe like not always on time. So different things. You're gonna go ahead. We're gonna do a purposeful talk, kind of like a whiteboard session. So on the whiteboard, rewrite this statement about a student in a more positive connotation. So the example sentence is PJ is loud, and they changed it to PJ is empathetic. So you're going to go through sentences 2, 3, and 4, and as an example, you're going to go through and rewrite them so they're more positive. So it says PJ is super talkative, and then the next sentence, she is bouncing off the walls, and PJ rushes through her work. So I'm going to call on tables 1, 2, and 4. Table number 1, you're gonna answer out loud sentence 2. Table number 2 is going to do 3, and table number 4 is going to answer question 4. But everyone's going to do it, but they're going to be the ones who share. Okay? Ready, set, go.
PJ rushes through her
It's gonna be one person will be the writer. Maybe, I don't remember who was the writer last time. Maybe a different person. We change the sentences up, have a new tone associated with it.
How many paragraphs?
What?
You know.
The Google Sites? How many paints is it? I think it's like, paragraphs. I don't know, there's a bunch of different paragraphs on there. I'd say, I think there's 6 to 8 probably paragraphs total, but they're like spread out through everything. So like the rough draft section will have a paragraph. The final draft will have a paragraph. Your informative and persuasive are its own paragraphs. So each section probably has 1 to 2 paragraphs.
What could we say for pushes through her work? Like
PJ rushes through her work. So PJ, you could say, think about
speed through her work like the flash.
Is rushing a good thing when you're doing homework? You don't really want to rush. She is.
It depends what time it's due.
Yeah, you could say
PJ is.
she finishes her work promptly.
He is bouncing off the wall.
Bouncing off the walls. You could say.
He is very energized.
Ooh, energized. For sure. Awesome. That was a great answer. Got 30 more seconds so you can get all the sentences. You could say super talkative probably isn't.
You guys old in.
You could say PJ is a great speaker or a great person. Another person.
PJ rushes through.
You gotta share.
You do all 3. You were just presenting the first one.
PJ's passionate to finish.
Try to get one more. Try to get one more in.
Do you have to read it?
You're gonna read. Someone's gonna read from table number 1. one.
You don't
You're gonna read
even
it in a second.
Oh,
Okay, let's come back together. Table number 1, it says, PJ is super talkative. How did you transform it? How did you rewrite the statement? PJ keeps things interesting. Yeah, I think that works. I would say, try it when you're rechanging the sentence. It said PJ is talkative. You could say keeps things interesting. You could say like PJ is a great speaker. She keeps things interesting. So try to keep it about like the same subject about like talking, I guess. Like try to keep like talking in mind and speaking in mind. But that was good. What about table number 2? Are you ready? Okay. So it says she is bouncing off the wall. How did you transform it? Wait, what was that? 1 second. It's gotta be totally quiet. It's gotta be totally quiet.
I'm not sure it's hard.
Wait. Yeah, Katie.
And the second one too.
She is really energetic. Yeah, that's a great way. You said you transformed it from bouncing off the walls to she is really energetic. Great, perfect. Keeps the same tone and the same topic. Okay, what about PJ rushes through her work. How did you change it?
PJ finishes her work carefully.
PJ finishes her work carefully. That's perfect. You kept the topic about PJ finishing all of her work, and instead of rushing through it, she now finishes it carefully, changed from a more negative tone to a positive tone. Does anyone else want to share their sentences or what they wrote?
I do.
Yeah, for sure, Jabro. Which one is it?
PJ is enthusiastic for secular. For you. The third one I said, when she said she is bounced off the walls, she said she is very energized. And for the fourth one, I said PJ is passionate and finished.
PJ is passionate to finish. Yeah, those are awesome. Those are really great. You changed from negative connotation to positive connotation. That's really, really good. Perfect, Jabro. So there is always a tone. So you can don't tell me that your book you're writing it doesn't have a tone. It absolutely has a tone, even if it's intentional or not. You determine the connotation of words and phrases. So when you're writing your Google Sites, don't let the tone control you. You control the language that is in your writing. So go ahead. There should be a tone document in week number 10. Go ahead and open up that tone document for me. It's a list of tones and feelings and emotions. Just go ahead. It's in week 10. It said, oh, is it not in there?
No.
What? I thought I posted it. No work. Nadia has it open. Nadia, where did you open that from? It was in week.
Is it
Oh my
tone word
goodness,
list?
Yep, I'm gonna have to repost it.
I got it because I got it sent to my phone earlier.
Yeah, I'm gonna repost it.
Tone
Tone word
Yeah, it's all the way at the top.
Oh, it's at the very top? Oh, here. Okay, you should refresh it.
It
should be week 10 now.
says tone word list.
Okay, yeah. It should refresh your page. I think it should be in
list. Sure
there.
about that. I'm not trying to put it back in. Things is eating things. I just need that.
And then, yeah, it should be in your week 10 now. Tone
No,
words. It should say tone words list. Yep, tone words list. Open that up for me. Oh, click on it.
He's on button for this. I cannot believe this.
Okay, so you're gonna go through, and I'm gonna hand out, we're gonna do a little workshop. We're gonna do a checklist workshop. Everyone come up and look at this for a second. Each of you is gonna get one of these. On the front page, it has like these text messages.
R2 to the front office. R2 to the front office.
So it has these lists of 4 different text messages. They're in different tones. So you're gonna go through and read through the first one, and you're gonna go through, and after you finish reading it, you're gonna see what tone it conveys. Use your tone list. Don't just say positive or negative. Don't just say angry or sad. Look through the tone list and try to find a specific tone that you feel like connotates to that list. So, and then go through and circle the words that make you feel that way. If you feel that if you feel like text number 1 is irritated, you're gonna write the irritated tone, and you're gonna circle the words that convey irritation. And then on the back, after you finish all 4 of those, you're gonna go into the back page. And this is, the first like text message box. You're gonna choose one of these 3 different tones: apologetic, irritated, or detached objective. And then you're gonna write a reply in that tone, in one of these tones. So if you wanna circle irritated, you're gonna write in an irritated way, like angry or just annoyed. Like you're gonna write as irritation. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass these out. I'm gonna go through and check them. Make sure you show me before you can start on your workshop checklist.
So we gotta do this before the
Yep.
checklist.
Yes.
You know, all
There it is, bro.
Hopefully we have enough. Actually, I have paper copies.
So he doesn't point on.
Is that a phone I see?
I'll check in a second. We might have gum in there. Someone's gonna have to use a paper copy, 'cause
Here, you can put it down here.
These?
Yeah.
You're
Oh.
tripping, bro. You're tripping, bro. It needs, bro. No. Those ain't even the best.
make sure you get started.
These too hard.
What was it?
Text? Detached?
Oh, detached, so,
It's not
so,
text.
Easier
if
to
like,
get
if
up, but
you go through like,
70 different times.
Really?
you have like, you know what a clip-on tie is, right? So like, when you put it on, you're attaching it, right? And then if you like ripped it off of me, you just detached it. So detached,
Bro.
detached objective, so detached just means, but in the sense of like tone, detached just means not listening. So if you just like stop listening to me, like if you just look at Lane and while I'm talking to you, you just detach from the conversation. What?
So basically,
It's not a very nice thing to do,
so
but.
basically we're taking dumb words and smart ones.
You wasn't even listening. I was listening, I could've told you what it was.
It's the tone word. I moved it, it was in.
That's these are coming out next year. But these come at the end of the year.
Oh.
So December 29th, December 30th.
Yeah.
Looks like one piece fan on it.
December
Looks like Luffy.
Identify the tone of each step.
It's not that, I know it's not that, but that's
You know how
what
it
it looks like.
No.
Yes, sir. Neutral, negative, positive. So did you look at the? Yeah, so there's no neutral
I
word.
don't know if it's out
Do you
yet,
think
but
this
it's still
feels
not
like
listening.
formal or detached,
No, I think
or like, try to get more specific than just like neutral, negative, and positive?
Yeah,
I
it's
know,
fine.
I know we can all figure out.
Oh, so you know what I mean, like a label?
Yeah, you gotta label this, like, if you feel like this is like, oh, are you sure my mom brought us lots of great snacks? She said she would buy us that cool
Yeah.
movie. You can say, well, that is pretty neutral. You can say that's
You gotta be mad,
negative.
because
You
what came
know,
with the
it's
period.
kind of chill. Or you could say maybe it's like, probably not urgent, right? So you're gonna, yeah, it's a little reflective. Yeah, it's a little reflective. And then you can go through and like circle the words that make you feel like that it is reflective. That's what
You want me to use my own paper?
Yeah,
Just like label it like 1 or 2 or 3.
yeah, just write it with a pen.
Alright.
Sorry, Nayla, we
So
ran
you
out.
want me to put it next to neutral, or you want me?
Just get rid of neutral and then put that new word instead.
Gotcha.
Good question. Yes.
What would I put?
None of these are really apologetic.
Did you open up the tone word list?
I did, yeah.
I did.
Oh, all of them, this whole thing, so
That
this is
one's
text number
irritating.
1.
I don't know what's for number 1.
So,
We just circle words.
you circle the words that you
They
feel like the
don't
tone is, so go into the tone checklist.
But he's not mad. He don't seem mad in this. You know.
It's okay, it's just the first one.
Neutral, last, objective is the same.
Because
So,
it's neutral. It's a neutral conversation.
okay, so look through your list of neutral words, so like, is it really formal, or do you think it's more like candid? Like, candid's like chill.
Is apologetic.
Yeah, it's probably candid. So you're gonna write in for tone number 1. You could write in candid, and then you're gonna go through and circle the word that makes it feel candid. So, and then, do you think it's neutral or do you think it's more positive or negative?
As a matter of fact,
You
number
think it's
3 is
positive?
can.
Okay, for sure. And then you can go up to positive, and you can say, does it feel confident? Does the person feel like elated?
Now we got certain
Are they
words that.
jovial? Like you could try to like figure, like try to look through the text messages and see which like positive feeling that best conveys. And then you're gonna circle the word. So if you feel like it is like lighthearted, you're gonna go through and circle the word that most feels lighthearted. Yes. I'm coming over. So you're gonna be writing in an apologetic tone. So you're gonna be like almost like apologizing
not
to
supposed
like
to put the
this
reply at?
person, like, oh, I can't hang out tonight, or like something.
There's some
That
other
was good.
guy.
Did you start in this? And that'll go for the other page. You're gonna like go through and read like tone number 1, like text. Yeah, and then you can think, oh, if tone number 1 feels more neutral, you can say, well, does it feel more formal, or does it feel like objective, or does it feel like candid? And you can like, you're gonna put that in like tone number 1. Like tone number 1 feels candid, or tone number 1 just feels matter of fact. And then you're gonna circle the word that best feels that way. Yeah. This starting to look good. I'm coming. Yeah, this looks good. So did you go through and circle the words that make, like, what word feels apologetic about? Like, what most about that makes it feel apologetic? Are you sure? Yeah, then you can circle, are you sure? No? Did you pull up the tone checklist? You probably want to use those words. Yeah, for sure. Those are just example words. You had a question?
Oh, I got my reply.
Yes, sir.
Reflective.
Reflective? Are you sure? Better? They just put
I
K.
said, yeah, I'm going over like this. Move around.
Mhm. Yeah, that's perfect. That looks really good. And then yeah, you can go into the back, and then you're gonna be writing like a text message reply to them in one of those 3 tones at the top.
Oh, wait a minute. For this one at the bottom, so it says don't use these words, right? It's telling me I can't use those.
Yeah, those are 2. Yeah, don't use angry or happy because those are 2. Those are not specific enough.
So I'll put, so could I put, bitter? No. Irritated?
Yeah, you can put irritated. If you feel like K is just like.
No, that's for this one.
Oh, that's for the last one. Okay, yeah, and then you can.
Great.
Does it come along native?
Not do great.
You could say the tone is great. That's,
But great's not on there.
oh, it's not on there. So just try to stay on the positive tone words. I feel like great is like very general, like it's too broad, I guess. And I think these tone words are like more specific. So you could put like maybe a similar word like great, like jovial. If you put jovial, do you think the conversation feels jovial? Maybe? Maybe not?
No.
No.
She said no.
Oh, she said no, then maybe it's not a positive thing. Maybe it's a neutral
Are you
thing.
doing the back?
You're gonna write a reply using one of these 3 things. So
Okay,
you're,
can I erase this?
yep, looks good.
Did you
That's
wind
nice.
up, profiling with them?
So you wrote optimistic and you circled great, and then irritated with okay, you go grow a crowd, and then whatever, never, yeah, that looks great for a front page. And then you wrote apologetic, I can't, I'm so sorry, I wish I was able, we can always make plans later. Yeah, that's perfect, now you're awesome. You can start on your workshop checklist if you'd like.
So your reference?
Yes, I'm sure that you just be irritated, yep, that looks great, bro, for sure, you can start on your checklist. Definitely saw a hand somewhere, yep. Okay, did you, so, scroll down to the very bottom of that column. So it says, don't use unprofessional words. Good, angry, bad, neutral.
Are you sure?
Neutral. Like, usually around this one, they do have.
It's
The neutrals are really like broad term, like neutrals like, and that's those you can find a neutral tone word that fits in that. So like,
And you got some black forces.
Yesterday.
I know.
more specific.
He
Yeah,
was
you
on-
can put
he
that.
was on butt yesterday.
Circle the word, underline it.
We was in biology, right?
I have nothing to say.
We was in
Yeah, you can
doing, this
just change
project,
the word
right?
out.
He was like, yeah, fuck it, we just gonna put our name on it.
Okay.
That's what we did.
Yeah, I'll check
And I ain't gonna lie, I was.
So you wrote as an apologetic, sorry, and I wish I had more time to hang out, but my school
Shit just kept
is
getting
a
even
top
more
priority
busy.
right now. So that looks really good.
Might as well just turn it in, get it done.
That's good.
Ignorant idea, bro.
It's okay.
And then
Okay, next.
she told us we
So you
had to
wrote
do this.
use, are you sure? That was great.
I think we should get a good grade because we had everything that it
Yeah, that
needed.
looks great. And then. Maybe next time. That's perfect. So sad. Too much homework. Yeah, looking good. You can start on your
I think
checklists
that's too
now.
much homework.
Will you help with the first one?
Yes.
Sorry, but I just took a picture of you guys.
Good. I think it's a neutral sentence. It's like, are you sure? My mom brought us lots of great snacks. And she said she would, yeah, probably. It doesn't feel like negative
I know
or
you know.
positive. It feels very like
You already know.
inquisitive, questioning, which I don't know if it's so insanely formal. Is formal right? Formal is extremely like particular. It's like very, it's like older writing. It's very sincere. And then you wrote apologetic.
That's what
I have a lot more from school, get done before you. Yep, that looks great. And then you wrote apologetic. Objective, that was
I said, I don't even know if I even find these artists.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
I got my
We got
reply.
gummies, Elizabeth, that's all we got.
Yes, I will come over.
They don't.
Man,
Yeah,
that
they
was
are
great.
random, very
You
random.
got a feature with
Make sure
Lil
you
Yachty.
eat with your mask.
Yeah, that's
We're five
hot.
minutes.
You listen to Lil Yachty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
okay, if you're finished, and I've checked it off, start on the workshop checklist task day. If you're finished, just start working on the
I
task
think it
day.
was,
Got 20 minutes, keep working on it.
He sound like it, though, like, bro, like,
Candid,
when I'm
cold,
music, he
cheerful,
really
you're
sound like, he
Check
sound
out your
good.
words. So would you that it is candid? Yeah, no, you're just gonna circle them on there.
he drops like a couple of good
As long
songs.
as you can check your back page, and then you can. Sorry.
I'll put yes and come over.
Something like that.
Just go ahead and circle those front pages, and then you're good. Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah, actually, Lil Yachty was featured on that song, actually.
You're supposed to choose
You know a strong opinion I feel about Lil Yachty right now? I feel like people should stop letting him start the verses off.
That's what I was calling.
I don't even like Lil Yachty.
He's ruining people's songs.
When I,
Like the dude who made Rumble, or what's it called? Rock climbing?
I got homework to
The
do,
beginning of it,
but
Lil
when I'm
Yachty,
free, I'm
it's bull.
free.
Like, he's not good no more. After first one night, he came from.
I can't overcome.
Lil Yachty had a good song.
It's definitely sort of apologetic. It's definitely sort of
His only good
apologetic.
song to me was I
And then you got
Five
you got
It.
That wasn't even a song, he was featured on
objective.
it.
I feel like this is
Curly
less
headed
positive.
kid,
If you
act
go girl,
every time
that
I
sounds more like a
Like-
positive.
Like that
You
Brock
said it
feature.
was like excited.
Oh, yeah, Broccoli.
Or cheerful.
Yeah, that was
Broccoli
nice.
was good.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all remember,
Wait, how did it go?
Then I
Wanna Be Us with him and that homeless dude?
Yeah, somebody else was on that song.
I would never say that.
You remember the song he made with the homeless dude, Wanna Be Us?
I don't listen to Lil Yachty, so I don't really
It
know.
was back in like 2016. when
Yeah,
he-
you could just erase the front.
Hey, Rocky's
I
on
can-
Did you
on
know that?
song.
I can take it if you're finished.
Hey, no.
I can take it if you're finished, Haley.
Who else is in that song? I forgot who else is in that song.
Computer out.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
She's looking for
He's featured though. Lil Yachty.
I'll erase it in a second, promise.
You know who's honestly better than Lil Yachty? Ugly God.
Circling everything.
Ugly guy is really duty. I ain't
No
gonna
rush.
lie. Ugly guy is wild.
Did everyone finish?
I can't believe he was on double XL. Yeah.
Neil?
Whoa.
Neil, you don't, I
I
know you
know
didn't
where to go.
finish because you
No,
didn't.
I didn't finish because it didn't make sense.
I
You
get-
told me no, you said it wasn't on here.
It was,
Man,
You
no.
literally said grape was not on there. I said grape was not on there. You was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
choose a different word.
Oh, you should have said that a long
Oh
time
my
ago.
gosh, I can say Yeah, just go through and pick up out of the word, like literally.
That's just like equals to great or something like that? Like the same
Not like
thing?
equal to great, like this is, you feel like this is a positive sentence.
Nah, I feel like it's like neutral.
Okay,
But
then
she
pick a
said no.
neutral word.
She said no.
Yeah, then pick a neutral word, just go through it. Do you think it like feels candid? Do you think it feels urgent? Do you think it feels
Yeah,
authoritative?
Yeah.
Yeah, then write that, you just feel authoritative, right?
You should have said that a long time
I'm pretty
ago.
sure I could say that a long time ago.
What's the difference between these two?
So informative is gonna use like a lot of, it's gonna use straight up just like data and like hard specific like information from your sources. So go to your sources page and then pretty much write from your sources. Just like look at the sources, find the data that's in there, then put it in informative. The persuasive section is gonna be more like personal based, like your experiences, other people's experiences. It's still gonna
They
have
was
data in there.
anticipating me.
But like the informative, it's
You said-
just
they
gonna
said
be
again?
from your
They was
website.
anticipating.
Like you're gonna be pretty much
Who
just like
was?
rewriting
All
all
the
your
coaches,
sources
well,
in the
most of the
informative.
coaches, I wouldn't say all of them, but
Two of our coaches came from Dawson. One of them I know your shit. The one that asked you where you're from, he said you're from Dawson.
No.
At like the start of practice.
Whatever business further.
because one of them walked up to me, he's like, "You're the kid from Dawson." I'm like,
I knew that's her.
Yeah, he said he was trying to get your SB. That's he came from Dawson. Then the other coach is my cousin. He came from Dawson too, Coach Mills.
The black one?
No, he wasn't there yesterday.
Positive.
He's light skinned with dreads.
Negative. What do you think like slightly better words than positive, negative, like cheerful, or like excited, or like
Okay,
no, you're good. I wouldn't have to.
Alright.
Just so in your basket.
What is this exactly? Is it?
Finish. Didn't he do that? Check your. No. What? You won't. I don't
You
want
wanna
you
use
to
the
do it
charger?
again. Maybe you did
Yeah.
like.
You wanna use the
So
charger?
what'd you get for the text?
I got
phone
my
number
charger.
one?
This is one this is one of these.
You did objective, and then.
Yeah, I got the same one. I just don't have the box because I'm trying to be on my phone.
It works,
says
it
you
works
got
on the
good
computer?
review. So and you felt like that kind of last text message.
And you're going to them anyway.
What about number
I
two?
posted that song on my story.
Yeah, for sure. They wrote like K, like what's that like a lot to go off of.
Hey,
And then sympathetic for number three. And then just happiness. What is
The beat do go hard though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, helplessness? Yeah, for sure. That's great. What about the back page?
Oh, Gilbert.
Sorry.
How you feel about Sada Baby? He's coming.
Nah, he's trash. No.
Nah, that one song. He has one good song.
Was it 2K17 or something like that?
What it was called.
No, all these two cases are alright. I already heard
I'm
you.
about to look it up.
Yeah, you just erase it.
That song that you play.
He's got a ton of good songs.
You're gonna write
Yeah,
using one of those three
the
tones.
song that's played on
So,
TikTok.
write
Yeah, I
an
think it's
apologetic,
on-
irritated, or detached.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like replying to this text message.
He said, wanna see you do my dance.
You're trash.
That song is trash.
I'm being apologetic.